This is Immortals Fenyx Rising. We're here on PlayStation 5 Pro. Be sure to like the video. Subscribing is great as well. So this is a game that is an open world experience where it's sort of like the typical Ubisoft open world meets kind of Breath of the Wild, colorful, vibrant aesthetics, kind of fun, lighthearted story of the gods situation where you're this character that's getting, bestowed upon various abilities. It has cross progression, but didn't work for me. So anyways, let's dive in and showcase this experience here, which is actually something I quite liked. It's a shame that they decided not to go for the sequel, as I did think this was something that had the potential to be an ongoing franchise. I just really thought they could do cool stuff with this. But I mean, it is the typical Ubisoft thing, massive open world, tons of crap to do, never ends, the gameplay goes on and on and on and on. And yeah, then there's like DLC stuff and various other adventures and costumes and things you could get and things you could do. It's a great experience, and there's a lot going on with it. This is one of those situations where we've got to climb, and this is where I was saying it's kind of like a little bit of a Breath of the Wild thing, because it's got a very, kind of stylistic art aesthetic, but then there's also like climbing and moving through the environment, and you have like stamina-based systems and everything. It's just like the way you move and things you do, it's just really reminiscent of that game, and then you get abilities to run faster, do things quicker, battle harder. You meet all these different gods and help them out in different ways, or battle against, and yeah, all this other stuff, and blah 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 blah, narrative things. Okay. So this is kind of like an opening thing here. We're showing off the quality mode of the game. So this one I really don't know why you would necessarily go for, but this is something that exists. This is your 4K, just like full 4K, 30 FPS. There's HDR support. Like, it looks clean, crisp, but the performance mode. Oh no! How could this happen? You were my North Star, you were everything. Blah blah blah. A gift from the gods. And you do make your character. There's some like customization stuff, and yeah, it's got a very of the gods kind of thing going on with it. It's a cool vibe.
I never got a sword. Just saying.
And the gods, they're having like a little chat in the backdrop, and all that stuff.
By the gods, stay back.
Alright. So at this point, I do want to switch over to performance mode. I just, obviously, since that mode does exist, I do want to show off both modes so you can see what it's like, so you get an idea of things. And yeah, this is one of those weird ones where you have to like literally reload the game. Maybe it has to do with the effects or something they're pushing. I don't know. It's a bit bizarre that they would do this. Oh, it's actually on the Anvil system too. Huh. Yeah, I didn't even think of it being off of Anvil. Fascinating. Ubisoft, they've got a few different engines at their disposal, which I find quite interesting. And the world is quite gorgeous. Very dynamic, too, in terms of like the lighting and what's going on in the environments and the backdrops. And it's actually quite an impressive offering. And again, a bit of a shame that it didn't, I guess, really take off to justify that. I already checked out... Yeah, keep your progress. I already visited Ubisoft Connect. I had it on the top... No, I already had it in the bar thing. Like, you could do online save. Send online. See, it doesn't let me load from online. I guess maybe I didn't upload the save on the Xbox platform. I don't know. I played it for a bit of it. I've even streamed this before. I've missed out on that. It was kind of fun. So anyways, this is the performance mode. Immediately, you can tell the difference. Like, it's by default on performance, and this is really the way you should play it, especially with the overhead here with the PlayStation 5 Pro. This game was already hitting upper bounds, a little maybe drops here or there, and everything like that should be basically smoothed out here with the extra overhead from the, PlayStation 5 Pro, right? So it's dynamic 4K, going to a full 4K, like literally goes all the way up. There's no like bounds limit. at 60 FPS. So, simply put, this should be the mode to play. And I just wanted to start by showing you the quality mode because, again, it exists in the fact that we had to, like, reload the game in order to do this.
Is something wrong with your voice?
But I really don't. Like, I'm very, very doubtful you'll be able to notice, you know, a visual difference between the two.
By the gods!
It's a very, very good looking game, let's put it that way.
She readied her sword for her first real fight.
The reason it's dynamic is also probably just because of all the crazy things that can go on at times and being an open world game. And it's kind of impressive to be at the console era where we're getting nice big open worlds, or the expectation is nice big open world games at 60 FPS, right? One thing I didn't like about this game though was the ethereal world stuff. That was one of the things I hated about what Breath of the Wild introduced into gaming, is these like really lazy modes that exist, where you essentially go into this ethereal realm that has like no backdrop or anything, and you do like a quick puzzle, and then you go back to regular gameplay. I mean, it was neat, but it was like kind of blatantly just ripping Zelda off, and I also just don't like that type of thing. I find it like a really lazy aspect of gameplay, especially video games that use it.
No, this is important for the sense of atmosphere.
Yeah, I can't remember. I think I kind of found the gods a little annoying chatting in the backdrop, but
Hermes, my old friend.
you know, all to their own right.
Honored to finally meet you in person. Just don't tell anyone I'm speaking to you. I got in enough trouble for memorizing stories instead of tilling the soil back at home. And then the other soldiers. Well, they really don't appreciate a good story.
Really? No, you're supposed to. Am I right with these stamina systems? Great sense of distance too in this game, though. Oh, I kind of thought that this was gonna have like a shorter ledge. I'm not gonna make this, am I? Oh, I did make it. Okay, good. For a second there, I didn't think I was going to. Really can climb, eh?
Phoenix's destiny was becoming clear.
So far, all you have shown me is a mortal soldier who has fought one real battle, and Typhon grows stronger by the hour. Don't toy with me, Prometheus.
This is a really nice looking game, though.
Be our salvation. For if she
A temple of... Hey! I'll save you! I'm coming! I need to find a way to reach that rift.
Hold for far sight. This is like an Assassin's Creed type of thing going on here. It's actually really helpful for scouting stuff out, but like I'd rather just explore and run into things, right? You can like slowly like kind of go and reveal stuff, and yeah, there's all these little mechanics in there. And this is Tutorial Island, and then you get into the larger open world and you fight your way up. The game is absolutely ridiculously large.
The pond!
Cuckoo! Actually, a lot of personality with the character. Well, I think I'm supposed to have like a glider thing usually.
Giron's blade with every step. Its weight a reminder of the heavy responsibility.
You gave him your blade? Oh, Achilles.
I meant to ask, why exactly would you expect to receive a sword from Achilles?
Oh, as an offering. Just a routine offering from someone who gazed into your eyes and told you you were special. That's all. I left a rose on his breastplate. Got something in my eye. Keep going.
Who's done this to you?
Prometheus, stop with the mortal pity party and get to the action part.
Fine.
Now that's more like it.
forgot they really do kind of like build up a slow progression of power, don't they?
Typhon's minions, metal of the gods, threw itself to Fenyx, as if wanting to be forged into something greater.
I'll have to swim.
The Ambrosia shards, they help with upgrades and stuff. Very important.
Smells like honey, and the first day of spring, and my first kiss, all rolled into one.
Phoenix got into the Ambrosia too? Promise?
Hello? Can you hear me in there? I'm coming! I found your axe!
Phoenix approached the axe, feeling it call to her.
Looks like the axe of Atalanta. Must be a copy. Although...
But before Phoenix could claim it, the axe was pulled into the pit by a terrible force.
Oh no! It really is a game worth playing though. And since it's a one-off, you know, you finish the story and stuff like that, it's a completed experience.
No one?
I guess theoretically they could always revisit this down the road, right? I guess if they wanted to.
Come into my parlor, said the Cyclops to the sailor.
Typhoon.
You worried, Zeus, about losing this bet?
Well, that's the end of Phoenix. Perfectly passable storytelling. I won't lie, there were moments there. But you really got me with that
There's some cheeky stuff in the storytelling for this one. I kind of like it.
Time for you to help me against Typhon.
It's not over.
Bumbling storyteller, pyromaniac, fake news expert. And this is the ethereal realm I was talking about.
What is this place?
Indeed. What was this?
This area here, honestly, is probably even the best resolution for if there were any drops at all in the open world stuff.
Tartaros.
This area would be maxed
Where
out.
I imprisoned Typhon.
Just because there's nothing going on in the backdrop or anything, right?
When he escaped.
Much more simplistic environment.
Say it.
Contained
Phoenix
location.
wasn't, sure.
I hate you.
But aren't you intrigued?
No. Keep going.
You are either brave, little one, or very foolish. Let's see if you can meet my challenge, or if you will fall like all the others.
Who are you? Hello?
I feel like any regular person should have been able to do these challenges. You sort of feel like all the Creed games were sort of leading into this element of this type of mythology being used in a game. I guess we could have just leapt off that platform, eh? Actually, no, I don't think we can go that way, can we? There we go. It's always simpler than you think.
What's this?
It really does look beautiful, though. Love dynamic resolution scaling for games. Just kind of future-proofs them a little bit.
That several pieces were missing, as if someone had ripped them apart.
They seem to be man-made. I wonder how they work. If they even work. sort of. The axe.
The axe of Atalanta, deadliest of hunters, swiftest of heroes, fallen at the hands of Typhon.
Didn't I change her into a lion?
Didn't I change her into a lion?
Do a lot of things.
I need to stop drinking.
Ugh. And this is like your heavy swing is the super axe. Yeah, you've maybe played this or have an idea of it prior anyways. Mostly it's very, very good looking on the platform. I think you'd be very happy with it if you jump in and play this.
You're still standing? I sense something more in you.
A bolt of my lightning!
Scattered, hidden by Typhon.
It's over! Phoenix is Helios Ash! No one can handle those bolts but me!
Oh, really?
Here in the ethereal realm. That's what I'm talking about though. I find these areas so lazy in video games. And so many games do it now for Breath of the Wild. Game developers, they see one quirky cool thing in another game and they're like, oh, we gotta do this.
No way!
It's like the summer I discovered
Power
Zelda.
surged through Phoenix. It was too much for her to bear.
What's happening to me?
Bye-bye, mortal!
And then, just like that, it stopped.
No!
The winds grounded the lightning. They were designed to withstand storms.
That shouldn't be possible!
And yet, this is just the beginning.
All of a sudden knows how to fly up straight into the air. You know what's amazing is I can't fly like this regularly, right?
Having plunged into the abyss of Tartaros and living to tell the tale, Phoenix emerged victorious.
For now?
That stranger I was chasing. Where did he go?
Nobody knows.
Wings, she would be able to flit across the ancient bridge and find out.
I wouldn't just scrap on discarded junk. Who knows where those have been?
Many a night, Phoenix had told tales of a genius, an inventor named Daidalos, and his extraordinary wings. Perhaps someone copied their design, Phoenix mused.
So junk. Ooh, maybe it's cursed.
And the ability to sprint. I don't suppose I have cool cosmetic things, do I? Thought I kinda did. Maybe we're not at that part yet. Probably just not at that part. Love seeing the lighting like cascade in and stuff. Like I said, it's a gorgeous game. It's also one we probably don't ever need remastered either because like I don't know what else you would really do with it. You know what I mean? Like I don't see how you would really enhance this enough. I guess you could redo the textures someday, I suppose. I don't know.
If only Legidon was here. He's the famous hero, not me. What am I going to do? Put the fiends of Tartaros to sleep?
Oh, and there's bazillions of puzzles and challenges and things to do in this game. I mean, like I said earlier, it literally never ends. And if you're into that, you know, you get a really, really expansive story.